I just thought we'd talk about how this contracted sense of a me is just a limitation on what we are. You know, what we are is fundamentally unbound and totally free, and how that can experience itself is this limited experience when we're just caught up in thoughts of and ideas of what we are. We experience ourselves limited, vulnerable, and when we open our focus up to this unbound sense of self that's prior to all those concepts of a me, the thoughts of suffering and everything that's applied to the situation, we can see that we're totally free when we don't pick up that. That doesn't mean we don't experience strong experiences, challenging circumstances, but it just means we don't suffer them in the way that the mind can offer. You know, just actions taken and things are just dealt with without this suffering that's really applied through something resisting the moment. And what's resisting it is just this idea of who we are, just these, what we were able to identify with the contractions, with the resistance, with the thoughts of that contraction. You know, that's a me, and it feels bound and vulnerable, and I want to get away from this, and I don't want this. They're all thoughts of suffering. But when we turn towards what we are, we can never actually find the sufferer. We can recognize there was suffering, but we can't find who was suffering. That's always a good thing to have a look, you know, who's actually suffering. Who's suffering in this moment? When we've had an experience of as if we were suffering. And really it's just the mind conceptualizing the suffering, identifying with it, saying I'm suffering. It creates this experience of a me that suffers. So I just thought I would offer a very short video on that.